The following video was pre-recorded on twitch.tv/codedman9000. More information on the stream times at the end of the video. Previously on Stone to Space, we began our story creating a small settlement. We then moved to a new area under the watchful eye of the king. After gaining the king's approval, we then began cultivating Shady Acres. This was the end of Chapter 1. As we began Chapter 2, we started creating our third new town. We also began our first side story, focusing on a citizen named Cody Stone. We then went back to our main city and continued growing it. We practiced our traffic management by providing people with ways to get to their destinations in multiple cities around the world. We continued growing our population, created a shopping center, and our transportation network ended up earning us a bit of money over time. For our next side story, we traveled to another brick in the mall to create a shopping center focused on a fast food restaurant within our city. After getting close to going bankrupt, we then traveled to a new place, learning different food recipes and starting our new restaurant. We continued growing the city by adding multiple tree farms up on a hill, more to our education system, and also general population growth, like a new neighborhood. We then took 50 days to build up a trading card shop. We continued to grow our population. We also moved around the different types of industries we had close to the downtown area. We then went to Prison Architect to create our city's prison that would be strong enough to hold 600 prisoners and Agent 47, the most dangerous hitman our town has seen. We then added to the city by making a hospital, and we also moved our farming to 2 different new farmlands, the first of which we created a small town around. We then started our final side story by going back to another brick in the mall and creating a mall for our city. Halfway through creating our mall, we took a detour to a software company that was earning money by programming multiple things. We then went back to our mall and finished making one of every specialty store. Afterwards, we went on to play our 6 arcade games. As our first arcade game, we played a card-like game growing a small population of people and fighting different monsters and bosses. First, we fought a demon, then a witch. Next, we traveled to a distant land, defeated the Kraken, and returned to our homeland to defeat the Demon Lord. Our second side game took us in a new direction. In this game, we had to take care of various types of weird-looking fish, while also defeating waves of aliens. We ended the game by defeating a boss alien that continued to spawn more aliens that would attempt to attack our pet fish that we received by completing earlier levels of the game. Our third side game took a calmer route. We spent a little while using various buildings to form words, all starting with the letter I. We started with names of other streamers who were currently live at the time, and then we also made words given by chat. We then took a turn to a tower defense game. We unlocked new buildings and fought off hordes of monsters. We completed the game by defeating the first of 3 bosses, Oogie. Hello and welcome to a Twitch Plays Along series called Stone to Space. We are in Chapter 2, The Modern Era. Today we are playing Masterplan Tycoon. Okay, so I already played this a little bit before. We're going to go into a new save file. And pretty much this is like any other factory game. You bring stuff to another place to then make something else. And you require different things to make things. There's usually something that helps me through this. Don't want that. I don't want this. How do I delete you? Is it this? Oh, that brings me to here. I don't know how to delete. The delete button. No, that didn't do anything. How do I cancel you? That just brings up this. Control? No. Oh, I have to wait until it's finished, and then I can do that. Okay, whatever. So, we should probably do the brick mission, which means that we have to make brick. If I look in here, we have different things here. Obviously storage gives you storage stuff. And you can see how much storage is in there. We also have fish, so we can do a fishery. Which I think it just needs to be near water, not it needs water. Yeah. Turns green when you can place it in a certain area. What else do we have? We have water. We already have a well. We have an outline over here for a lumber camp and a sawmill, which I just noticed now. That's giving us some look into what we need. So if we go into plank, we go into lumber camp. Place that there where it wants it. And the sawmill here. The lumber camp needs to be near something green, because these are considered the trees. Is there a fast forward? It is. It's the number keys. So what we do now is we bring it to there. And then we can bring the plank directly into storage, because that's all we needed it for. And it should be working. As you can see, there's water going from the well over to here, but this should be giving tree to the sawmill. There it goes. It took a little bit for it to get there. And we can put more than one lumber camp into the sawmill to make it faster. It looks like it needs 2 tree per plank. That is for build items for up here. If we continue, we did that. Let's do the quarry. This, I think, needs to be near stone. Oh, no, it doesn't. It just needs to be anywhere. Okay. So let's place it up here so that I can drag it into the same side of the storage. I should be able to move the storage. There we go. Ooh, that messes with the trees. I ruined that forest. So you do have to worry about where the lines are, unlike the last game we played where we had something like this. Why are you not liking this area anymore? You know what? I'm bringing you over here. And we can bring the fish into here as well. It says it can't be there. There we go. That should be making stone. How do I get into the brick mission here? This is copy tool. This is storage. I'm supposed to be able to do something here. Who the fish is. Archon escaped. Entire coast. Let's move it to free up some space. I did that already. There's too little space on the beach? What do you mean? Let's go away now. I'm supposed to be able to look at the missions. See what they require. This just brings me in here. Oh! I see what's going on. I am doing things not where they want it to be. And then it says right here to put a well. Do I need a new well? I put you up here for a second. And then I bring you back down here. Nope, I definitely need a new well. Okay, that's odd. That's storage. Go in here, water, grab a well. Create the new well for them. Bring that up here. No, it's probably going to tell me to put a quarry somewhere. That says farm. I want to put this somewhere nearby, but not where it is. Maybe do farm. Tier 1. I forgot about these. Okay. Farm. We're gonna need a mill afterwards. There goes the crown already. Mill, another well over here. I am not going to make another well. Can I delete this one that's here? Not that bad. Move this out a little bit. You want a mill and a well. Then it's going to want me to make a bakery probably. Yep. Oh, I need more stone before I can make a bakery. Okay, so that's why we couldn't get into the brick mission, which takes us to like a different map, and we build stuff there, which then ships it to here. Are we... What? How is there no stone in that area? Is this only for in the brick mission? That would be dumb. Why would it give me the option of having it here? I delete you. Do I get some back? I do not. I think I just softlocked myself. We're gonna restart. We'll do this a little bit smarter by following what it wants us to do. This time I won't ruin the trees. Yeah. It wanted us to do the lumber camp first, right? It's not telling us to. There it goes. I can't move it until after it's built. Forgot to fast forward. Oh, it doesn't need to be moved. Okay. They just wanted it nearby. Good to know. Oh, now it wants a quarry over here. Okay. So I just didn't have it. I don't know. I don't know. That didn't make sense to me. Fishery. Over here. And it's gonna want the food stuff up there. There was more than one fishery? This supposed to put a well there? Yeah. I put the wrong thing. Okay, then things are gonna pop up over here. At some point. Hello? I guess I have to wait a little bit? Because I don't see tier 1 anymore. There we go, now we have tier 1. So I might have been trying to progress a little too fast. And we want mill next. And then another well. And then we want the bakery over here. And just to combine all of them. You go there, you go in here, and we can move this way over here. No, we can't. Get rid of you. We don't need you. We have a well over here now. Now I can move this over here. Oh, this is locked. I get it now. We have to unlock it first. We do have beer Clothes and bricks, which we could do. That requires a clay pit. I don't think we have clay pits here. That doesn't work apparently. We need to add a storage over here. Okay, take this off. It wants stone up to here and bread into here. Oh, and this just makes the bricks? Really? That's it? What am I thinking of that requires us to go to a place then? Oh, I have to go inside. Okay. And I'm gonna put a storage here just in case we need it. We need clay pit, which I'm guessing is this. Or not. I don't know where it needs to be placed, because there's nothing telling me. Place it right there for now. I think this is clay. It was red when I tried placing it on top, so I don't think it was supposed to go on top. Beer and clothes. Okay. We don't have enough planks and stone here. We have to make a whole new thing over this side. No, I don't have enough planks. Can I grab planks from here and bring it over? I don't think I can. We can cross the streams, but I can't go through. And I can't build anything because I went too fast again. Is there a save point that I could do? Yes. Okay, cool. It was a smart way then. We need planks first. Because we're getting stone from outside, so we don't need to make stone first. That there. Do we need a storage for that? I'm not sure. What I do probably need to make is quarry? No, we're getting stone from outside. I don't need a quarry. Probably do need a storage though to put these in. Put you in here as well. A little out. Add bread to this. We go back out here. I want to have a second quarry. Put that one over here. So that one goes into our storage over here and the other one goes up to our brick area. We get stone up here a little bit quicker. Okay, so we want beer, which requires a farm and a brewery. Let's build our farm up here, because it needs that. It needs a well and brewery. We could make our own bakery over here. I don't know why they wanted us to bring bread into this area. That will slowly make beer. Is it because we can't grow anything out here? I mean, it's fish and water. Okay, let's make this even more like the other place. Secondary water well. Can't move the inn at all, so I have to move the storage up. There is a wormadam in chat. It's another bug thing that I don't know how to describe. That should start making grain. And then that will come into here and make beer. That'll go down here. And then I think the other thing we needed for the clay was clothing, which is just a sheep farm and a sewing farm. And I want to be able to put it into the storage, so I'm going to place it way up here. I'll just bring this out a little bit more. That's our wool. Goes into here. Clothes come way down here. Outside the range of storage, unable to get maintenance. Does it have to be in this range, really? Okay, we'll bring you down here. And you right here. Okay, now it's actually working. That was odd. So some things need to be in range of storage, other things don't. Okay, that should be it for that. All we need to do is make a clay pit. I'm going to place it in the middle of nowhere to see what it needs to be around. I have a feeling it needs to be around this red stuff. It makes sense to me. No resources within the radius. If I put you here, you're now making clay. Awesome. And then we need brick factory. I'll place it right here. Oh, it tells us to put the clay pit right there. So there's clay to that, and brick out there. Bread, beer, and clothes. Okay, so we can go out of here and connect these two together now. I think I was going to connect it to this storage. Let me get rid of that. And this will stay way over here. All of our storages should be connected to each other. They are. Okay, so if we continue going, we have this here, steel mission. And then if we keep zooming out and ever so slowly keep going to the right. Alright, so what I think I did last time when I had this game and I played it the first time, I think it was just a demo. And when they released the full game, the demo became this. What's this last one up here? I'm curious. Mountains, okay. Copper mission? Oh no, not copper. limestone mission. And this is the steel mission, which I think we have to unlock somehow. I don't know how we unlock things. Could we just a waiting game, or we have to get up to this number? Maybe? This just brings up that. Okay, that gives us a list of all of our missions. We can just hit the arrow key to go back and forth. How do we make you faster? Put more clay in, maybe? If I were to move you. I bring this one closer. And if I grab another clay pit and put it up here. Zach, I mean. Oh no, but if I bring you down to here, apparently can't connect. How about now? Alright, maybe it's a little bit quicker now. Not enough resources to start production. There it goes, there's another. If I were to put another warehouse over here, I could probably move everything. If I put one right there, we could move this entire thing over here. And then we can make a whole new one. Or I put everything into storage and then bring all the clay up to that point. That might be an easier thing. Up you guys. I kinda want it to be up here, but I don't think I can bring a line anywhere. Because it goes into the clay area and that's not right. If I bring you over here, I can connect you in. Can't put it where there's a line. Why right there does not work? Storage is just slightly out of reach. I guess so. That was weird. So we might have more than one storage. I don't want them to be overlapping, but I do want them close by. If I put yet another storage right here, then we connect these two into that storage. Then I should be able to go like this. And then it brings all the clay that we have? Or does it only bring that little bit? I would need this. Or I can move it down. Something's not working right. Not enough beer. Not enough green. Out of range of storage. Yeah, you are. If I bring these guys back a little bit. Should be able to get the farm in view. Okay, we should be back to making beer, which means we should be back to making clay as well. Alright, they should be fine. We should be making bricks quite quickly now. I go back to here. Did we unlock steel yet? No, we're still waiting on bricks, I guess. Because we made all of this stuff. We could make that stuff here, too. Just can't make bricks because we don't have the clay over here. Beer, clothes, and master room, can't put on. Oh, we need bricks and beer. Or clothes and beer over here. I guess we'll have to keep that stuff open. I am going to place them all down here, and then give a storage place over here as well, because they're not going to work right away. I will put the well there. Brewery right here. We also need clothing, so that's the sheep farm. And the sewing shop, workshop. Storage right there. Hopefully that's still in range of the farm. Looks like it is, because I see 100% on top of it. Okay, we're making way on this. Why are you not working? Range. Out of range. Okay, so I'm actually going to move these guys up here and bring this down, because now it should be all in range. Oh, there goes the head. Rotated. I thought it was just falling. It rotated off my head. What does this icon mean? That it's getting wet from rain? Or is this a buff because it's green? And this is getting slowed down. Yep, that's what it means. So some things get slowed down when it's raining. Okay, we just need one more beer. There's the beer. We still didn't unlock steel, but now we have everything we need. We can start making sausages. Build the next building, but don't forget to balance the production of other chains. Now we're in tier 2. We're getting closer to steel beams. Gotcha. Farm and a well for pig farm, then into the butchery. So we do this whole system one more time. And it's in range of a storage, so I don't have to worry about making another storage. I don't want the well to interfere with this. I move you up here. Where can I place you? There, just so that I could put the farm back a little bit further. Farm there, well, here. Big farm. Butchery. Connect that then. And then we need to put it in a storage somewhere. I'll place that there for now so we get a area of effect in this whole area. And then the next thing we make can go right in the middle, and it should be near... We might have a small area right here that it doesn't connect to stuff. I'm guessing the next thing we're gonna need is moonshine and overalls, maybe in the steel mission. But right now we're just waiting on 6 more sausages being created. And I'm guessing they're gonna be sent into the steel mission. There's a toxicity in chat. Our settlement is growing. Some of the trails already look quite challenging. To make them easier to use, our builders came up with a new thing, a pillar. It lets you reroute routes, build it, and think about how you can optimize some routes now. So pretty much, it's an in-between getting to storage. So like if I placed a pillar here, we could bring these 2 routes there and then bring them both in as one. I am just going to place it down to get this task completed. And then I'm going to get rid of it because we don't need it right now. There must be a cat hair on my nose. Give me one moment. Yep, I got the cat hair. Cotton plantation, cotton mill. That's probably... Yep, it's in overalls. I'll place that right here. And the next part right here. Electricity escaped. We now need to make a felt workshop, which requires a new sheep farm. And then, of course, the felt workshop. And then we're going to need fur factory. Apparently that gets used for overalls. Oh, that is overalls. Well, that goes into storage. If I didn't say before, this is a very quick game, as you saw. We're going through stuff very quickly. Eventually we'll be way over here to the right. We're probably going to end up only playing this for maybe 2 hours, and then switch over to the last game, which we'll play today and next Monday. Calico is not being made. No, it's the felt. Requires bread. Are we not making bread for here? Are we sending it all away? We are sending it all away. We're gonna make another bread farm. Farm. Can I put a well right here and it's okay? Looks like it is okay being right there. Okay, that makes it easier for us because I can go like this. Put the mill right next to it, and then a bakery here, and bring that also into the storage up there. At least I thought I could. But that would be a good point to make a pillar. If I have it. where it doesn't go into the water. There we go. It's just a halfway point to get to there so you can route around other things. But we're doing okay for this area. I could probably use the pillar to make this go up there so that the closest one to storage goes into that, but it doesn't really matter. Also, our lumber camp made a lot of trees around it. Let's bring this out, but it has more space for trees. That's what I was trying to do with all of these circles. I'm trying to give them the most space that they can have. Let's move this over here so that they have more farm area. Now we should be making overalls faster. Or at least consistently. Looking at this. So the next one is steel beams, which is probably going to be unlocked. Potato and sugarcane plantation. Oh, we didn't make moonshine yet. Okay. Can I move this pillar out of the way? That's about as best as we're gonna get, I think. So, potato right there. And I'm gonna put sugarcane down here, which is gonna remove the trees. Maybe not. Hopefully they do over time. I don't think it's going to move the trees. I want a space that's good for you. No, I don't see a space already set out except for right here. So we will go like this and hope that is away enough. I can go like this. Oh, it is. But I also need to bring it into a storage. So if I bring you out this way, should be able to go into the steel mission, but we can move the moonshine down to there. No, we can't. What if I put a pillar? Where does it turn blue? Right there. I'll put a pillar in. You work there, and then I can put you in there. Which means this can be moved back where it was. And now we have the steel beam icon up here, so we're definitely going to need a steel beam. I'm going to put a storage here so that we can put the out and in right away. I just realized we could make this a little bit easier. So we have 4 farms going into 4 different things. We could put the 4 farms all next to each other and bring them into a storage, and then have the storage go to the different things. The same thing with these 2 bread making things, or meal making things. We could just combine them together. Make them go into storage, then break them apart into the bakeries, and so on. Anyway, we need... Can I go like this and it just knows where everything goes? It does, look at that. And apparently we're sending coal, steel, and steel beams out. Huh. We're waiting for this to go before I click over to it. Forgot to say that. Only a couple more pieces of each thing going in. And this is what we need the brick for earlier. One more bread. Now we're ready to go in. Brick bread here. What we want is a lumber camp first. Apparently the out is way over here. So we could put our stuff way down here and be out of the way. First thing that I usually run out of is the wood. That's going in first. And then I'm putting a storage down here. Because we can also put a quarry right up here. And then bring them both into this storage. No. We have to build this entire thing over here now. Okay, luckily there's a big wide open area. So hopefully we don't need this area down here. So sausages, we have a farm. We have a well. We then need plank and stone for the pig farm. We then need plank and brick for the butchery. You need to be closer to the... I'm going to place everything down and then try that idea that I had when we were looking at the mainland to see if we can do this easier. Oh, we need bricks. I can't put a storage without bricks. Can put these. Do these cost nothing? Oh, there's a storage. No? I want to bring it over here. So that I can go like this. Apparently you can't go through a mountain, which makes sense. I can make this now all of a sudden. If I click on you and get rid of you, let's bring everything in here. So that I have it being ready for us. Down here we want butchery. Right there. Then we need to look at the moonshine stuff. Potato and sugarcane, that's all new stuff. So this is going to be a closed system. We need plank and stone and more bricks. This whole thing is just going to be down here. I want an open area. Bigger than this area. Let's put it way up here. I'm going to start with the potato farm, actually. Now we need to wait for planks yet again. Why is sugarcane right there? I don't remember placing it down, but okay. Now we just need a little bit of everything to be able to make the moonshine factory. How is the quarry doing? If I move you up here more, do you go faster? I don't think that's how it works, but okay. We're just waiting for that stone from the quarry. That's it. I'm guessing the darker stuff is coal. This might be iron, actually. If I go down here to overalls, we need cotton plantation, sheep farm. So none of this gets reused. I'm just going to connect them all together. And you need a storage in range. I'll put it right here for now. And you just need the factory, which we're still waiting on stone. We are not making the stone quick enough. I'm going to put you way up here. And then I'm going to grab another quarry and put it down here. So hopefully we make stone twice as fast. We should have sausages being made. You're waiting on grain. Not enough maintenance for production, so we need fish and water. Fish. Water. Both into here. There we go, that started. Probably also means this isn't out of range of storage. We just need a storage thing over here. Can I make... I can. Put a storage over here for these. There's a Brelumen chat if anyone wants one. It's kind of like a mushroom fighting person. They look like a mushroom and they fight, is what I mean. That makes the moonshine. I just noticed that my protect the screen on my watch is shattered. I went to wipe it off because there was something glaring at me, and then put something sharp. Anyway, overalls. Cotton, sheep, 2 farms. That's it. Then it just get combined. Okay, so let's try and make that right here. So what I'm going to do is start with the sheep farm, actually. That'll go there. This will go here. Then we have to wait for a little bit of stone for the respective things. Find that in to at least get the felt workshop started. Brelumen escaped. And that's the cotton mill. Oh, look how fast it's expanding when it's raining. Okay, I'm starting to get it a little bit now. Bring you out a tiny bit. We could start doing this now, though, and get this started. So it needs iron and coal, and I'm guessing this is iron and the dark stuff is the coal. So if I were... That's iron. I thought that was coal that I was clicking on. I bring you back down here. Coal is probably the dark. Not enough maintenance for the products, so it needs the overalls. That's fine. I just wanted to see this in place. And you are correctly placed. Then we have the furnace, which combines them and makes steel. They are both over here. I think we're going to need pillars to get these connected in, especially the iron. Actually, I don't know how I'm going to get this to work. You up there, you this way? But then I could just connect you straight in. if I didn't have the pillar in the way. No, this needs to be this way a little bit more. There we go. But then how in the world are we going to get this across the mountain area? Does this work? I put the pillar in here and then connect it and then move it? No. Apparently I can't go through trees like that. I don't know what we could have done. Put this right here. Somehow get this to connect in. Maybe if we moved it downwards like this, we could go the other way. Like get this in the right spot. And this can come way up here. Get rid of this. Iron should come out of here. When we can. Forgot we don't have it started yet. And then we're ready for the overalls. You bring the storage down to the bottom one. Not for steel beams, steel works. And I need space for this to go into another storage. Bring it to there, then this comes down to here, and apparently can't go in. So I will put a pillar here. We now have iron and coal going into the furnace to make steel. And that's going into the steel workspace. And I have to try and orientate this to where I can get this to work. There we go. Now we have steel beams being made. And over here it wants... Can I put it across the water? I can't. We want storage here. Significant investment of maintenance. I would like to have some options. Research are now available to you. Look for the light bulb icon in the lower left corner. Charcoal kiln. We can not only extract coal from mines, but also around a bunch of trees that can be turned into coal. Research the new building, charcoal kiln. Once the research is complete, it will be available for construction. How do I know if it started? Do I just have to wait? I don't... I don't know what I have to do to get it unlocked. Once the research is complete, it will be available for construction. Oh, it needs tree going directly into a storage. So if we put this randomly, and I'll bring you up here and put you directly into that. I want a pillar here, because we're going to move this to here. Give more tree to the lumber camp. Hopefully it makes lumber a little quicker. This should be going into here. It is. At least it looks like it is. If we go back into here, we're obviously going to make steel beams go back. But we also want steel going down there. Like that. And that's a bunch of iron. I connect you into coal and bring this over here into storage. Should be able to come way over here and connect these in to the out, and it should work. And then that should bring coal out of storage. I'm right. Do we not finish it? We're almost done over here. Now we're about to have the charcoal kiln unlocked. Apparently that's the first research. I got an achievement for it. But you guys probably couldn't see. Business here is almost done. Send these resources to the master so we can move on. Don't forget to come back here sometimes to optimize the chains, otherwise you may end up with no steel beams in the future. So we're just waiting on coal and steel to go back. I want to see how we can make this a little bit better. How much space do we have? Because we could probably move clothing up here. Can the pillar cross thing? We put a pillar there and a pillar here. Do these cross? They don't. Okay. I still can't cross over water. These areas seem bigger than I expected. I don't think I can fit both of them over here. Along with the other stuff that they require. I could probably put the pig thing over there. Let's work our way back to try and make more room for other stuff. We definitely want this over here. Big farm, I guess, can go down here. And a well. So you can reach that, you can reach this. Apparently not. And then a farm? We also need storage over here. Hopefully I can make a line that... go like this? No. Can right now, and if I bring this as close as I can, I might be able to bring this over here. I can't. Trying to find a way to add storage over here. I don't think I can. So this whole island is not going to be used. I could make one area all farms. There's a Pincurchin in chat. Let's put all the farms down here in this bottom corner and then have them all go into one storage. So we have pig, overall, and moonshine. One farm. Gonna leave room for coal mines. That's another farm. That's another farm. And another farm. And the last farm, hopefully. If I put that there, we might be able to get the grain into that storage. I'm going to add a pillar right here. And almost make it in. If I bring you down here, can I bring you directly in? Almost. I need grain to be able to get into it, though. Right, we're gonna put a pillar right here. You into there, you over here. And that makes all the farms for all these guys. So we can tell them to stop. And then what I can do is temporary storage here to bring everything into this. And then one single storage right here to supply these guys. We also have 2 water. The moonshine area. You could bring all the factory stuff over here. Cotton mill, felt workshop. And then down here is pig farm and butchery. Move these all together. I can. And then all of this can be deleted. You can come way over here and be just for those 3. Get rid of this pillar. I don't know why that's there. You can be deleted. You can be deleted. So can these two. So that brought everything over here out of the way of us making a bunch of steel in this portion. So now what I'm going to do is a whole bunch of coal in this area. I want to know if it has a percentage drop. It has 100% now. Oh, they both say 100%. Okay, so maybe I could put more than one in this whole area. We can just chop a whole bunch of, not chop, mine a whole bunch of coal out of this spot. Apparently I can't put it there. Now it says different percentages. But I think that's just the area. I can't put one there. I think that's because this one is slightly too close. Now I can put that there. Can I bring you up one? Two? Nope, just one. Oh, but now I have all these. I forgot. They only come out through the right side. Bring you this way. I might be able to put that coal into this pillar. And I might be able to do the same thing over here. With a pillar here. Nope. Now I can. All of that coal is going to go into this storage. Hopefully. And then I'm going to leave this mine up here, but I don't think we actually need it. What we can do is move all of this stuff down to that storage. Doesn't need to be here. Get rid of all these lines. And then I'm going to do the same with this. And make that for that coal. And I'm going to put a storage right here. And I'm going to bring steel beams into that, and also steel into it. And we're going to get rid of these. And that. This is now only for iron. Which we could probably use a lot more of. I don't see this making anything. We need overalls. Why aren't overalls being made? Oh, we didn't add the final thing in here. Probably fit it right there, but I'm not sure. And definitely move that out. I thought we moved everything over. We didn't. Add a pillar for this. What? Really? You guys can at least combine. I really can't connect this directly. There we go. Now I should have overalls for this. I should go back to making this. There we go. Now, you, I kind of want way over here. But I can just use this storage. Don't want you to be changed just yet. Yes, I do, so I can see where the line has to go. We will delete this storage. I'm gonna move you way over here. Put you there. So hopefully I can put another iron mine here. I can't. Can do the opposite where I have this mine here. I have a pillar up here. Somehow get disconnected into the pillar. I don't think I can with this being in the way. I might be able to do another, that's cool. Be able to do another iron mine. And then connect it into the same pillar? Ooh, if it was up a little bit, maybe. Look at that, there it is. And then these, I can just put a whole bunch down here into that. You're gonna need a pillar. Can I put in more over here? With the help of some pillars? Might be able... No, I don't think I can fit one more. I don't think I can fit that there. Another pillar right here would help. And we are probably not making enough of our factory-related stuff. So what I am thinking is maybe we make a second steel furnace. Get rid of this. So one is for the steelworks, the other one is straight out of the city. If this is considered a city, I don't know. You guys are just waiting for a bunch of these. So I think we need to double our farms. Are you not in range? You're not in range. There we go. Now this is working for the sausages? For the pig. Yeah, for sausages. We could probably use another 5 of these farms, though. Double what we have. We would need more water as well. Probably. I'm gonna move all of this down here. We'll see if this is enough on its own to keep up with the rest of the stuff. And I'm going to try and double up our farms. which we had over here already. Let's do it down here. 2, 3, 4, and the 5th one being sheep. We have some spaces for pillars, so I can get them connected without using a lot of the area. I'll have them connect into each pillar on the way over. And this should leave a large area for them to farm in. Or at least the largest that I can. There is a Toka Kiss in chat if anyone wants one. Which probably means I could move the sheep farm closer. But this should be a little bit better for up here. And then that should mean that the iron is being done quicker, because it looks like we're out of coal. Overalls. You want beer. We ran through all of our beer, apparently. I'm guessing I can't make beer here? I mean, it's only a farm and a well. The same thing as the pig farm. I'm gonna see if I can do it. You want beer as well. You want beer. Okay. Everything wants beer. And then this says brick. We have a lot of brick. Or is this the main area? It might be the main area. Oh, we can see what we don't have a lot of, actually. Welcome back, Sophie. We are in a new game. It's a factory game. The best way to describe what it is. You bring different things into different areas and they combine to make another thing that can combine into another thing. And I'm looking over our areas. So I think we should start going back to all the other places and make everything go into a storage and then go into its production area. So that we can at least keep track of what we have. Because we need tree. Why would we bring clay here? I don't think we would. What's this icon mean? We need more of them? Did you drink enough water? I've been drinking water this entire time. I don't know if it's been enough. Now I'm thirsty talking about it. I just got a notification that Echo just went live. I don't know what this arrow means. I'm guessing it means I'm not making enough of it? What do you need? Clothes. which is another out of area thing. So I have the ability of making clothes here. It's just a sheep farm. I think we're making sheep. Yeah, we have wool already. Let's add that down here. Making clothes, what for? Different things require maintenance costs, and they have different types of maintenance stuff. So they just require us to have clothes in this area. All we have to do is connect the wool in. And that should make a little bit of clothing for us to help with our fur factory, since it requires clothes to make overalls. I mean, this is the two items, calico and felt, make overalls, but it requires clothing as well. If we do not keep the maintenance stuff full, it will just stop creating things, as you saw. And we need overalls for our coal mines, iron mines, and I think the furnaces and steelworks. Yeah, this one definitely needs overalls. So as we make more overalls, we should get these going faster, which will make the steel stuff faster. Now if I look at this, it looks like moonshine is fine. Salsa just seems like it's not fine, but it's also full. So I still don't know what it means by a down arrow, other than me assuming I'm not making enough. Why are you still not working constantly? Because of clothing. Seems like we're not making it fast enough. I click on storage and I go to tier 1. Still don't know what it means by down arrow. Because we're almost full on beer and it says red. Like I'm not making enough of it. The moonshine is climbing and it has 2 down arrows, so I don't know what that means. Does it just mean I wasn't making any? That goes away right now. No, I have no idea what that means. Everything seems to be working now. Kind of. We could probably make another clothing farm. I think we need more wool in the area. Might want to make another sheep farm and connect it in. Is what I'm going to do right now. And this one I'm just going to connect straight up to this. Hello, Tori. So that I can make another sewing farm. Or sewing workshop. I can. I can put it here. I'm just going to... What? Confused Sophie. I'm just gonna go gay up to this. What are you quoting? Oh, I get it. I get it now. I think we're done in this area. It does want us to keep progressing, making a cow farm and a steakhouse in the other area. Let's go back. This means we have a lot of steel beams here waiting for us. which we probably need for the next thing. We go into tier 3. Take another. Obviously, Steakhouse is just a cow farm. But what I want to do while we're here is look at all of our farms and try to condense them into a smaller area. We probably can live out here. I don't think there's anything saying we can't do stuff over here. We could do a bunch of farms in this area. I'm going to try to keep them separated. And then down here we want regular farms. And then I want this storage. And hopefully I can connect this straight into the pillar and then the pillar into there. No. Still no. Now I can. I can go to here. Don't know why that works, but okay. Why don't you want to go in? Oh, you get too close to the water. So you'll go straight into there. And the same thing with these. I'm going to put another pillar. And that makes stuff for way out here, so we could... Why are you not working? Node storage is full, so this isn't making stuff fast enough. Or we're full on planks, so it doesn't need to make any more. And now we could make more wells. I wanted to look at storage. Apparently we have no fish. If I delete all the wells, does the water number go down? If I look at this now. It is now going down. Okay. So I assume we need a few fisheries. So yes, I am going to add a bunch, so we don't have to worry about it later on. And then a few pillars here and there. Hopefully connect it all, if I can make it work. Or we'll just do a chain of pillars. The storage here for them. Too close to the water, so let's do this then. Why do you not work, but you work here? It's odd, and I don't like it. No, we don't need this. We don't have water being created just yet, so let's do a bunch of wells going this way. I forgot that I can right-click to open the whole thing. Why don't you go there? There we go. And then a storage, and these should all be able to connect directly into the storage. Don't need you. You can come straight from the sawmill. And then everything that needs water now needs a storage supplying them. We don't have anything to the right, so everything's over here. Which means this is the only thing that doesn't have water going to it. The only thing I can do temporarily is put a storage here, and then just connect straight through the grain. So it continues making beer. Now if we don't right-click and we just click on it, we have a lot of them. A lot of this stuff we just don't put in storage first, so we don't have to, we don't see the number. There's a walrus in chat if anyone wants a walrus. Let's make a quarry system next. We have one here that we can just connect into itself. That would mean moving the farms. We have quite a few things that take grain. There's 2 meal prep things. That's another water source. So we could put all the grain into a storage and then meal into a storage so we can see how much meal we're making. And then put the bread into another one. And the only way I know to get rid of this green trees is to do stuff like this. Because I don't think they make a farm inside it. So now we can make our farms right here. Sawmill can go anywhere, so for right now it's going to go down there. Same with this. Let's make our meal stuff up here, so I'm going to put all of our grain. But we have 2 over here. So we should have grain in storage. Yeah, we do. Okay. If I stop right-clicking to try and delete them, we go like this. And then the same for over here. We're gonna want a pillar right there. Oops. We should see that our grain goes down fast. Because we went from 4 farms to only 2. Although it doesn't seem like it's going down at all. I go into here, we do our 2... Now we want... Let's do a few farms first. 1 there. 2. Great, we'll stop at 4. But it's the same amount that we had before. And then we move you to here, and you up to here. Because they're going to get connected directly in like this. They get connected like that, and then straight in. These get connected straight to there. You can stop. You can stop. And then we have... Can I do something like this? Where we go in here, out here, and then we get rid of these. That saves a lot of space. You right there. This needs a storage. That's not how you do storage. This is how you do storage. Which I can't put in there because this is in the way. Then we can do our 2 bakeries up there as well. Add them into another storage. There's going to be storage suction soon. One bakery, so that's water, meal. You right there. Me on water. Another storage. In, out. This is also going to go out, so that way. You can go into here. We have a sheep farm over here. And we have this system. We also have a lumber camp. We don't need this. Because I just placed in a few. Rid of this. This can go straight in. Let's move all this stuff over here a little bit more. Why do I have this not like this? Just like that. Now we're gonna make a whole bunch of stone for no reason. Well, not really no reason. We might actually need it somewhere. Can't do that because this isn't the way. And here we could probably fit one more, and then that's it. Yeah. Probably gonna need a pillar here and a pillar out here. We're gonna need one here so this can get connected in. I'll just have them both connected into that. All these can go straight in. This one can go straight in. Everything down here has to go into a pillar. See if I can make this a little bit neater. And straight into there. So that should be making all the stone we'll ever need. I have a random pillar here, so this is left over from something else we did. How's our storage stuff doing? This is all full, that's great. That's what I wanted to see. Beer we could do more with. Which is down here. This is the brewery. What I'm gonna do is another setup. Nope. We're just gonna bring this back over where it was. You can go right here. Add another brewery. Storage. And this should double up what we have. The next thing we don't have in storage is wool. We have a felt workshop. We're making overalls here, and we're also making clothes here. This is for brick. I don't think we're gonna ever need to double this up. The only thing we're gonna need is a storage for wool. So if I delete you and bring this over here along with its other stuff. Bring this to there, and then you over here. And then a sheep farm? So if I go like this and do one here, one here, that should be enough wool for us. Stop you, bring you over. I'm gonna see if I can connect it in like this. So that should also supply up to here. Wool came out there. If I didn't explain it already, storages are universal, so if you put one in down here, it should pop out wherever it's needed. Node storage is full, so this won't ask for wool until it's empty. Okay. No, I don't need this right here. And I don't need the storage. 'Cause that's for this, and then pig. And then there's a pillar up here for something. The potato, the moonshine. We're gonna move them over here. Bring you to here. Get rid of this pillar. So I want to keep putting a storage in between each section. I think I do. Just so I can keep an eye on what we need more of. I do something like this. Move it out a little bit. Move you out a little bit. We will connect all of these in to here. And then bring everything out. And then back in. We can't move the steel mission. That's stuck there. I think that's all of the stuff in a storage, except for clay. We don't need to bring clay here. Clay is used in the brick mission and then never brought over. Speaking of brick mission, let's do that. See if we can make it any better. I don't think we can. We have all the clay going into different storages, which then goes into here. We bring in stone and bread. We don't have tree over here. We would probably put in tree. If I move this to here. We did something like this. That would let us know how much tree we have. We're not keeping track of wool. There's the wool. And then the last thing is clay and brick. We're not keeping track of brick. One more storage. That should mean if we don't need brick anywhere else, we can at least keep a backlog here. There's a Duosian in chat. That's a cell Pokemon. So in Generation 5, they made 3 Pokemon that is pretty much how cells expand. So the first one was a single cell. I think it was Solosis is what it's called. And then Duosian is like 2 separated cells. I forget what they're called. When cells multiply and it goes from 1 cell to 2. That's what Duosian looks like. The third one makes it look like a weird thing with arms, so I don't really have an explanation for that one. We have water going into 2 different places. It needs water, why not keep a track of water? We should probably keep track of grain, so if I bring you down to here, I can cut you off and put this here. And that'll tell me that I have grain for beer. Okay. Let's go back. We did this map, we did the steel map, we did the brick map. We can now do the cow farm and steakhouse. So I'm gonna do that, I guess in this area. I don't want storage. I want this. Tier 3 cow farm. Let's put it right there. Storage. Steakhouse. Storage. Didn't realize that we're getting close to water. Oh, we apparently make cow and milk. So we'll have milk for something. And then we make steak and leather. Looks like we might want 2. I also noticed that we're really close to the potato farm. So if I bring you to here, and we make another one here, so that we have 2 things of cow coming into the steakhouse at one time. We can make steak and leather at the same time, in a way. We might want to do a second steakhouse to do this efficiently and quickly. If I make room, we can do another one right here. So one could be making steak and then they could be going back and forth, or they're making 2 steak at the same time and 2 leather at the next. Either way, we have enough cow for them, as far as I can tell. And this requires sausages, moonshine, and overalls over here, which we're making. Next thing is a milk and can factory. For a milk farm. Oh, that's cow can factory milk farm. Okay. So we really only need the can factory. And a storage for the cans to go into. Steel and coal go into the can factory. Which is why I made extra steel and coal for in this area. Go like that. Let's start making the can factory stuff. We can then, over here, do the next stage, which is the milk farm. Or we can put the milk farm here. It'll be weird, but the cans are going this way and then coming back out. But it'll work. Milk and can. Milk can into the storage that the cans are going into. Okay. Then we need to wait until we get 12 of them. Well, actually, we could continue on to the next thing, which is going to be vest. Which is steakhouse to tannery for the leather, I'm guessing. Yes, and then into the leather workshop. So if we go down here, and then we bring it up to there, we're going to do this weird system again. Apparently they want us to make a sand mine. Well, we're not going to do that right away. We're going to continue doing the leather stuff first. Leather workshop there. That will make the vest for whatever we need this for. And I'm guessing it may have switched over it because we were already starting doing it. Because it wants sand mine for window. Ooh, this is why we needed the plank. Or we might want to make another plank thing. Where did we have planks? Way over here. Can I do another plank over here? If I put a pillar, I can move this out far enough that we might be able to put more than one sawmill. I don't think this can... Oh, it does go straight in. Okay, we'll keep this for later then. There is something itching my ear. Oh, there's a little hair inside the headphone. I get concerned that there could be like a spider inside my headphones because I just lay them next to the table, which is next to a wall. I don't know, that's like a common thing to be worried about occasionally if you feel something like scratching your ear. Who knows? Anyway, we have all of this stuff. Where does the sand have to go? 0. Eight. We're getting a percentage there. Does it have to be near the water? It does. That makes sense. Sand would be on a beach. Let's make a few of these. We can put them all in the storage. And then we can just expand as much as we need. That should be enough. I'm going to make a pillar system. That brings them all to here and then into a storage. Why can you still not connect in? No, I should be able to see where I can bring this out. Can you go into that? Yes, you can. That's what I wanted. I could have just put the storage like right here, but I'm trying to make space, or keep space, keep room. And then we need not a storage, but we need to make the glass makers and then the window makers. You seem weird being here. Like I could just go like that. Especially if I bring you over more. Looks like we're not making enough clothes. Here's our clothing. Right here. Here one, if I bring another one of these out here. Connect it in, connect it into the storage. That should make a little bit more. I know we're using clothing over here, but we're also making clothing within the steel mission, so we shouldn't need as many as you think. Now we shouldn't need this connected into that. And you can go straight up here. And then we could back into here, do the glass maker right here, connect it into that storage, and then bring it out into the window maker, add a storage right there. And glass. Glass, tree, into windows. And then we just have to wait until we make 10 of them, and then that unlocks the next thing, which I'm guessing is way over here somewhere. Probably this. The limestone mission. Oh, we have stuff here. Oh, we have a port up here. And that's cotton going out into the port. I wonder what that is for. Cattle farm, red pepper farm, cannery. That just unlocked new stuff, and I'm trying to readjust my chair. Oh, I also forgot to put this back on. The crown, because it's Whopper Wednesday. Now we are into tier 4. We can make wine, boots, ropes, sails, and anchors, so we are making, like, boat stuff. Okay. Well, we have the can factory. We probably just need to do another one. Is this called a cattle farm? No, that's a cow farm. I do think we need another can, though. If I come in here and put another can factory right there. This will give us a small buffer of cans. We then need a pepper farm. And a cattle farm. So those go into 2 different storages. Why didn't you go in? There we go. You need to come out more. And then we have cannery. I will put here, which means I want a pillar. Keep forgetting that right click is not what I want. Cannery. Here. We just gotta wait for it to be made. Then we connect it in. That'll be the next thing. Then it tells us to make a boots factory. But we have wine, which requires the glassmakers and just a vineyard. I go like that. Would I have a chance of connecting it into this pillar? I can. Look at that. Nice. Okay. So then right here, and we could probably bring the wine into this pillar and connect it with the sand. We'll know what we are going to need wine for later, but we'll need it for something, apparently. Now, if we do the boots, we have the steakhouse into the tannery for leather into boot factory. So we need another tannery and another steakhouse, it seems. We do have 2 steakhouses. We would probably just need another tannery. How much meat are we getting? We're not getting a lot of cow in this. And we're not making a lot of glass, so we should probably make more glass. So I am going to set up the tannery, because it looks like we're making enough steak. But we do need cow farm somewhere, so I will put them here. One and 2. I can't move this. I can move this. Or that, or like this. Bring them like this. Okay, that should mean that we get a little bit more cow. We have a lot of milk. We don't have a lot of cow. And our milk can. We might want more milk can. I also want to move the leather shop. For the vest. We go like that and like this, and we get rid of the... We have more room over here for stuff. So, what do you need to make more? Not enough maintenance, not enough moonshine. We need more moonshine, which is more potato and more sugarcane. We should have made a larger area for sugarcane. So what I'm going to do is make 2 potato farms down here for moonshine. It's here too. And I am going to put a pillar here and hope that this potato farm can go into that pillar. And then this pillar into here. Ooh, we can get to here. That's even better. And then if we come over here and we get rid of this potato farm, we can then add a second sugarcane farm here. Why is this pillar here? I don't need that. We can go like that. And that should make enough for a second moonshine factory. This might steam better right here. We could probably move the cow farm a tiny bit and fit in another potato farm here if we need to. I'll prepare for that by moving that cow farm back a little bit. Could I fit another sugarcane farm over here? Probably. First thing we need to do is figure out where I can move this storage. I can actually move it quite far. So that we can move this up. You up as well. You this way. We might be able to fit another sugarcane farm right in the middle. And I didn't connect these in. But there we go. So now we have a lot of cow. That's good. So we can keep expanding. What we don't have a lot of is leather. Because we needed moonshine. Here too. Yes. Are we using moonshine anywhere else other than right here? Doesn't look like we're bringing it into the steel mission. We are doing okay on overalls. Just waiting to see if moonshine goes up a little bit further than it is. You require moonshine, and so do these two, which plays into this. What was the thing we were working on? Boots? Steakhouse Tannery. Food factory. What also needs tannery? Is there a way for me to look at where they go? I don't think there is. One, two, we have two. I could probably just put in the boot factory now. I'm gonna put it right here, and move these all down to here with a pillar temporarily. Or no, just disconnect you. Connect them both down to here. And you can go straight into there. So that's the vests and the boots at the same time. They require moonshine probably. But this requires milk cans. Are we not making milk cans enough? We are not. Apparently not enough steaks either. Milk can needs moonshine. We just need a lot of moonshine. Potato farm. Sugarcane farm. Pigs up here. Or I can go like this. I am trying to move the pigs to this point. There we go. You need to come over here so I can make these more aligned. And then I can put another moonshine factory. That should make the moonshine even faster. Which should help us make the milk cans, which we might actually need to make more than one of. What is using the steak? The steakhouse? You hate the steak? This makes steak. It doesn't say that it requires steak. Cost you 2 your former lives. This uses the leather. I don't think canned food uses it. No, this uses beef, which is a whole different thing, apparently. I don't know where the steak is going. I'm wondering where it is, because we're at 4, now we're at 3, like something's using it. But you don't use it, you use the leather. No, you use the tanned leather. You use the regular leather, make it tanned. Can factory is steel and coal. This is milk and can from the can factory. Everything over here is requiring moonshine. How do I know how much I need? Alright, we're going to move the butchery. Right here, doing the weird looped system. Here and here. We're gonna add another moonshine factory. And see if 4 does a little bit better. Which means we're gonna need another farm of sugarcane and potatoes. And we have run out of room for them to be, like, visually proficient. I'm gonna connect these in so I don't forget. I don't think it affects... It might make it take longer to grow. Because it says 42%. 8, 3, 39. Okay. Is there a way for us to make that more efficient? It's also not 100%. I think that's because there's a little bit of green mixed in here. I move you down here for a second, and we move this around. Try and get rid of all this green. This back wherever it works. Move you back up here. Now you're at 90%. That's better than what it was. This, I think, is sheep. I do the same thing with you. Get rid of all the stuff that isn't your color. That should bring up its percentage. Now I can actually put you here. And then you can come down to here, where you can fit all the yellow. The cow farm that can't put out enough production. You need to get rid of some of these. And then you also need to get rid of all this. It is green and not yellow. I don't know how else to get rid of the coloring, other than just moving the building. There's probably another way, I just don't know what it is. All of this I'm going to move up a little bit more. So that I have more room for food. It's better. Do the green. And probably put you out here. And put this guy in here. Yep, I can. If I do that, that should be 100% on them. You could also use getting rid of some of the yellow there. There's a Frigibax in chat. That's a pseudo-legendary? Don't know whether or not you guys would like it. I also don't know how to describe what it looks like, aside from saying it's a pseudo-legendary. So that's 4 of these. We need 1 more potato farm. Can't move steel mission. Can move the pillar into storage, so let's do that. Move you out here. You to here. Grab another potato farm and put it where that line is. You go up here. Potato farm. Which means I could probably just bring these guys down into there as well. You have your own stuff. Ridgebacks escaped. Which means I could probably bring these down here. Have them connected into this. Then this is just for that stuff. Did that help at all? I going to burn. Moonshine doesn't look like it's going up very fast, but we do have space for more milk cans. Is there another spot that I could put the milk farm? I could probably move the steakhouse around. Maybe not. And that pretty much is stuck there because of the cow farm. Let's see if I can make enough space for another can factory here. Just by moving stuff around. This to here, this down here. We have enough for 1 more can factory. That should help with the stuff that are requiring cans. You are a moonshine thing. What do you need? Clothes again? Okay, so butchery gonna be moved again. I want you right there. You can get taken off. I want you to go into this, but I don't think I can get you to work. Now you're getting really close to the sheep. What if I put a pillar right here? No, that's not gonna work. And that goes into the sheep. Okay. Should work right here. Kinda want it to go into this. There we go, that works. Another one of these. And you do it, there we go. Connect them in. We might need more wool. And by might, I mean we need more wool. I wonder if the area that gets colored in is how much is being used. As though maybe we don't need this many sugarcane. I thought it was a 1-to-1 ratio, but maybe it's not. Yeah, all of that just disappeared. Move you down, but also back. Grab another sheep farm here. I should be able to connect it in. Yep. Okay, that should keep up with these three. Hopefully. Just taking a look around the rest. What else? Milk cane is going to go up, so I think we're getting better on the moonshine. We just don't have a backlog right now. So either we're like spot on or we're close to... Why are these red? Node storage full. But they're able to get out. Why? How are you full? Only one moonshine person is going out. If I put a storage here and it just magically starts working faster, I'm going to be annoyed. Alright, that's one of them at least. Okay, for some reason we couldn't get all that moonshine up here. So now we are making more. I guess if I take that off, yep, another one goes up front. Okay. That's why the sugarcane and the potato farms don't look like they're being used, because only one thing was using it. And then you need more beer and clothes, of course. Which means these are going to be used more, that needs more fish, and more fish. Don't we have a large fish area? We do. But we don't have enough fish, apparently. Okay. We can change that with this pillar, hopefully. We're not going to change it with this pillar. We are going to just put in a bunch of fish, though. Wherever I can. There we go. Move you into here, then. Right there, one more. We're gonna need a pillar here for these two. And then one here so they combine and go straight into that. Wow, really? A pillar per thing? That should make enough of those. Then I need to see what else we're low on. We're low on beer. Beer is made in the brewery, right? I thought it was up here, but it's not. Brewery, right here. And they are going full out as much as they can. We're going to end up moving the butchery yet again. Why are you out? You don't have beer. Your felt workshop up there. Oh, that's for the overalls. Can I move these in a way that I can move the butchery up here? I don't think I can. Could probably put the butchery here. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. It's gonna be weird being really far away. But we'll at least be able to bring stuff in and out. And then we have enough space for another brewery right here. And then we'll be able to see if this can connect into here. Please connect in. It does. Awesome. That's probably not enough, but hopefully it gets us closer. Then we have to keep an eye on our grain, which is multiple farms. We don't have to worry about it. If anything, our farms go down a tiny bit more. If I look through here, we could start doing more research. Sophie redeemed hydrate. Cheers, Sophie. Thank you about that. Oh, storage capacity. In only this map by 50, so we'd go up to 115? If I did the math right, I think it's 115. Start this one. We don't have enough for this, but we are making 10% more. This is 20%. Resource transfer rate will go up by 10% on that one. Why are we low on steel beams? We're gonna have to go to our steel workshop area. Yeah, this one uses steel beams. We shouldn't be using steel beams for anything. Islands? Oh, this is what that port was for. Okay. So that's what the cotton was coming over here for. But we could also make it here. I guess we have to make the stuff and then give it to the dock. Cheers, nerd. Thanks, Sophie. What are we not making enough over here? We have a farm going in. I'm guessing we're just not making enough food. You require bread. We're not making enough food. Do we even make food over here? We have grain, but that doesn't mean we're making meals. Bread. Yeah, we're supposed to be bringing in bread, and we're not, and that's stopping production for other things, which eventually leads to us not making any steel right here. Overalls. Overalls need the fur factory, which needs bread, beer, and clothes, which is the cotton, which needs the same things. And this isn't getting enough bread. There's a female Zubat in chat, if anyone's a Zubat. I actually think I need a Zubat. So regardless of its gender, I'm going to try and catch it. So what I'm going to do right here is set up a small food thing. We have water going in there. I'm going to actually delete this so I can use this as our storage for the food stuff. That's not what I meant to do. Yeah, we'll put the farms over here. Put two just in case. Over here is the mill. Another thing there, and a bakery. Let's actually move these out a little bit, combine these together. These together. Somehow we're already getting meal over here. How? What? I apparently called Zubat. I don't see meal anywhere over here. Why is there a random storage here? I think I was going to use that for something. Oh. What are you doing? She's looking at me like, why'd you throw that at me? I don't know if you guys can see her. You can see her in the cat camera a little bit. Alright, hopefully this means that we do stuff a little bit faster. This needs fish. We have a fishery, but that's not big enough apparently. So what I'm going to do is attempt to move these down further. Why didn't you work there? There we go. Move this fishery down as far as I can. Add another fishery above it. See if maybe that will keep us floating. Pun not intended. Hey, Tori. What? We are going up slowly. Or it requires two before they use it. I think we're doing okay now. And it looks like our sheep farms are being used. You still require fish, so I'm going to add a third fishery. What else? We have a lot of water. At least it looks like we have a lot of water. We're making a little bit of meals to put into bread. Everything else seems fine. Should mean that our overalls go up, which means that we continue making steel beams over here. Everything else after that is stuff after this area. I don't think we need to do anything else. We may have to come back here to do the brewery for extra beer. I don't think we have a brewery here, unless it's over here. Oh, we have one. We might need to add another brewery if this keeps going down. Our bread is going up, so things are doing better. So I think we're done with this area. We go back. We are progressing quite far to the right. Let's look at what we need for the next stuff. We made boots. We're gonna rip cotton plantation into the rope factory, so we need more cotton. Which is this, I think. Yes. So I'm going to see if we are okay with just that amount, which means we need to put a storage in between these. I bring you over here, you not first, you to here, you to here. We could then disconnect this one, or just bring it down here. Put another storage in the middle of this. But cotton's gonna go in, go back out. But it'll also be used other places as well. So now we're keeping track of cotton. We're not keeping track of calico or felt. I don't think we need them for anything else. We just need the cotton for over here. If I go to the rope workshop, I should be able to put it in right there. I'm going to move this pillar down because we're going to use this pillar to bring it all the way out. Do storage. That's obviously going to use more of this. And you guys are still... Oh, that says node full, so we're actually full on sugarcane. The next thing we're going to need is sail makers, which takes rope and more cotton. Alright, let's add that here. We'll see how far we can go with this little bit of cotton we have. I put the rope workshop. That's not what I meant to do. I meant to do sail makers. Rope in there, cotton in there, sails out. Our cotton is going down. That's good for us right now. Yeah, I kind of want to bring out to here. I want to put another pillar here. I can go like this. Put a view. Connect you into there. So I want to move this storage down as far as I can. And add in cotton right here. Just to try and keep them as close together as I can. The next one will probably have to be not in this area. But this is at least a little bit more cotton for this whole thing. Next thing is the anchor workshop, which takes a furnace, steelworks, and... well, the anchor workshop. It takes steel beams. So we really don't need to do the furnace and steelworks, we just need the anchor workshop over here. And we're at the point where these lines are probably going to be too long to reach this, so if I move these over a little bit. Let's do this a little bit at a time. should be able to bring steel beams in here now. And then this might not reach. Bring that pillar out a little bit, then that can go straight up. Now we just need to make 4 anchors to progress to the next thing. Our steel beams are going to fluctuate because now we are using steel beams specifically. Our sails should be going up though. Oh, we're just waiting for stuff to come over here. Okay. Not that we're out of it, we just don't have enough of it right now. You're looking at the cotton. We have 2 farms. They're pretty much empty. Wow. I'm going to use this storage to get rid of the yellow stuff so that it has a bigger radius. We should be fine with it. What we could do, if we think it would help, is get rid of a cotton plantation. Or sugarcane, I mean. Go to limestone mission and send 12 cotton to the first island expedition. That is easy. All we have to do is come over here, put a storage down, and bring the cotton to the port. Just like this. Over time, that'll go. Maybe not. Takes time to send our first expedition to the islands. It's a long way to get there, so it will take some time. And how do I know if it got sent? No idea. But we do have the limestone mission. Let's go see what this needs. It needs rum. That's new. So we're gonna tier 5 stuff. We have cow farm into the curdling factory, which takes milk, and then that goes into cheese. We also have suits, linseed farm. We also have concrete here. Which is made inside this, which needs rum. So I think we need to go to the island first before we can make the cotton. But how do I know if this went? Oh, there it is. We actually have a loading bar. Oh, it needed 12 before it did the first expedition. Okay, so if we go to the island, we put a storage right here, so hopefully I can go out this side and go in. Actually, that might be a 2-way system here. It might be exporting stuff that way. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, take a quick break, the restroom, then we'll come back and we'll do more. I'll be right back. Okay, so over here we have to make a bamboo forest. Because forests here are quite different from the ones we see back home. So if we go in here, we have different things now. I'm gonna guess that we need all this stuff all over again. So we always have to start with bamboo or wood. I'm just looking to see where stone is so I can place these near each other. So if I put that there, I'm gonna want to not put storage just yet. I didn't want to do that. Just use some of our wood. Good, we get it back. Okay, we need to make a bamboo factory. We can turn it into timber. Then we need stone. And then I'm waiting to see if this increases that number. It doesn't look like it's increasing that number. Luckily, I can put a storage in. so that I can at least start getting building items. And then we're going to do our usual setup over here with all of our stuff. Now this makes quite a large area. So I first want to max out a quarry. How much stone does it take each time? Don't know. But it only takes timber. That makes sense. You there. You... Here, hopefully that works. And the last quarry right there. Now I have to find a way to put pillars everywhere so that they all work together. If I put a pillar... I can't put a pillar right there. Thought I had enough room. Alright, this one... See you later. That just means that these get a little bit closer up here. And then I put a pillar here. No, I put a pillar up here. No, I put a pillar over here. There we go. And you get put in there. This can come out now. I want storage before the bamboo. Just like that. Then we obviously need the fishery and the wells. Let's get a bunch of fish going over here. No idea how much we're gonna need. Hopefully this keeps us for a while. Put a pillar here because I don't think this guy can reach the storage. And then we'll get our water. And for this stuff, I'm going to bring it here. And then over here, hopefully. Don't know if this is going to go over right. Oh, it does. Look at that. Went right around the stone. So this could just be a storage then. I had a feeling this wasn't going to be placed in the right spot. Okay, next thing is banana and chocolate. It is tier 6 apparently. I'll just put banana right there. And chocolate right there. And then we're going to do storage. Fried banana. Storage. So this is our food, I'm guessing. Then they immediately come back out and go back in. We have to make 10 bananas. What else do we have over here? We have the rum that we were looking for. So that is sugarcane and bamboo. If we put sugarcane right here, I'm gonna use... No, I didn't want to place that, but okay. We'll use that here, I suppose. I want to use the pillar to get rid of all of the green here. Get rid of that. Next thing, rum distillery. I'm gonna put that right there. Sugarcane's gonna go in here. They're both gonna come out storage to the left of the rum, and then the rum's gonna go into storage. We can probably send that back now. Oh, we can port cocoa. I might do that later on. Who knows? Okay, next thing, poncho, I guess. Alpaca farm. I'm gonna put it over here and have it go in the same storage as the water. Maybe weird later on. And then I'll add the factory part over here. Okay, so we need to figure out how to send it to the master. I know for sure we will need a rope workshop. So we're making the same stuff over here again. There's a poncho. Don't know what that is. Cotton plantation. Do we not already make cotton over here? No, we don't. We have to do a research thing for it. That's why we're sending so much cotton over here. Move the cat hair in my eye now. No niggers ahead. Alright. Ah, fell off again. Might be time to leave the crown off. Cotton plantation. So now I should be able to place one over here. So I am going to place it here. Connected it up here. It'll be a little weird for sure. But this should also mean we can go back to the master area and disconnect this. Stop sending cotton over here because we have our own cotton plant. We'll make this stay as our factory area. We're gonna need brick. Clay pit. I don't think I have a good spot for clay way out here. Oh, look at a little logo out here. I was expecting to see a logo. What is this? Maybe this is the brickyard. Death Island. Okay. There's another one out here. Oil Island. Okay, so we're gonna have oil at some point. I'm gonna guess after making the rope factory, we're gonna go back home and then come back here later on. I have no idea how to even pronounce this word, let alone what it is. And it's just a farm. Okay, let's look at this. Can we do any upgrade anywhere? Increase the storage capacity over there. Apparently we have to make all this stuff over here in order for us to get the upgrades for this area, it seems. We only need 5 more rope, then we can go back to the other place. Now that we have rum being made, we have the ability to port it. I want to look at everything here. If we do another cocoa farm. Add that to the list. The rum takes sugarcane and bamboo. timber also takes bamboo, but it seems like we're doing fine on that. So if we put those two there and then bring these over this way. What a disaster. Captain says he's on a special mission to deliver whatever this is. Calchok? I don't know. And he won't leave without it, but for this we need brick. The locals say that it can only be attained at Death Island. We have to come all the way down here. And put in our storages. Then we can go to Death Island. Definitely doesn't look scary at all, but it has clay. Oh, we can't get water and fish from over here. I see. There's too many stuff in the way, or too much stuff, I mean. So, immediately, right off the bat, we need wood. Bamboo. We don't have a lot of stuff over here, so we're gonna do the same thing that we did the last time. Where we put all the stuff down and then put the storage in. Like that, and then I'm gonna put a storage in the middle of the area. After we get a little bit of a storage thing built up, we'll then move everything like we usually do. I can't move the in. I can't move the out. What I can do is get a whole bunch of quarries. One there. Another one here. Another one here. Wait a couple seconds for more timber. This is all just so that we can make a bunch of stone and not have to worry about it. So we can just make as many things as we can. You're going to be moved out here, so that you're out of the way. Should be able to make one more quarry. Okay, now we need to save up a little bit so I can make one pillar up here somewhere so I can connect it over. Or I put it down here. And then I give a storage just to the stone. I think that's what I should do. You can go to that one now. And you can go to that. Okay, now this gets moved around a little bit. So you go in, you come out, you stop there, and you stop there. Another storage right next to it. There is a Talo in chat if anyone wants a, what kind of bird would it be? It's a bird. I just don't know what kind. Then we need all these things, the stuff that we just made in the other spot, I mean. Oh, we go in here. Banana farm. Cocoa farm. And then I'm going to make this our factory area. Let's actually move it up here. I'm going to bring a large area for the other stuff. Then we need rum and sugarcane. It's bamboo. We already have bamboo. Poncho is alpaca. We needed that. That seems to be it, but we need the poncho darner as a factory thing, so that goes right there. Storage, on the other hand. Put it here, and then we'll use a pillar for the cocoa. You straight in there. What do you need? Fish and water. You're in range of this, so you should have fish and water. some reason you don't. Oh, because I didn't add it to the storage, of course. There we go, bring this back in. Now everything should work in a few seconds. And then I can come over here, bring that up there, that up here. We also didn't make rum. I think I just forgot to put in the thing for rum. But one more. Banana, cocoa, sugarcane, bamboo, alpaca wool. That should, in time, start making all three of our things that we need. Then we need the usual stuff. Pipe right into the factory. That's it. So I need to find a big space for clay. And it seems like a big space for clay is right where we put the bamboo. So what I'm going to do is start moving everything down here. If we just start going like this. You there, you to here, you right there. Why do you not work? Oh. Let's bring you way down here. Then I can bring the storage way over here. And then all this stuff down here. Right there? No? Okay. Need to hear this. Right there. Here. And storage down here. I want one of them to at least be a straight line straight across. Like that. Okay, now over here we can just put a whole bunch of clay stuff. And they shouldn't be in the way of each other. Because they export to the right. Except for one right here. We need more timber. It looks like we might not be making enough banana and sugarcane. It might be a good idea to double up on them. Yeah, it looks like it's not making enough. I grab another banana farm, put it right there, and if I go into rum, grab sugarcane plantation. Add that to there. I'm gonna then push this out, grab a pillar here. And I'm gonna use it to get rid of this green. Which was the trees. You into here, you can also go into the pillar. And that should mean that we're making more. Back into brick. Clay pit. Well, I could fit two there if I move the other one. Or I can go like this. Maybe to fit one more here. Another one here. And this is probably more than enough clay to do a bunch of bricks all over the place. So we're going to put a whole bunch of pillars all over the place now, so that they can all be connected together. And I'm just going to freely place a bunch and see if we made them in the right spots. So this has to go there. And then gets connected into this. And these two. And then you go into there, and then everything else can go straight to this guy. I'm going to move out of the way with the sugarcane. This could be storage. And then we're obviously going to put storage over here. And a storage right here, because right in the middle is going to be where we put the clay or the brick factory. You go in. Over here you come out. Escape the dangerous volcano alive is apparently an achievement for making brick over here. You go straight in, you go straight in. And there we go, we're making some amount of brick. So we can go back to the other island. And that should mean that brick is coming out. Which it is. We have some brick here. We go all the way up here. We get to see whatever the heck this is. It's a farm. And I don't know where to place it, so I'm just going to place it right here. And then if we put a pillar here, we can connect them together. And then into this. Just like this. Now we just have to wait until we get enough of that in our storage and also put it up here, I guess. Once it's done. I'm gonna Google what that is. I have no idea. I assume it's a part of clothing. Oh, it's a rubber. Okay, it's stuff that you get from a tree. Right, we can now add that to the list here. And then it says send resources, so we just have to wait until this port is done. What did we make over here that we can't make somewhere else? We have a thing for a rum distillery. We also have storage capacity upgrade. Concrete steel beams. Very long time. Let's try and establish our own production over on the other thing. If we go back to our area, we can then put the storage in the middle. Connect everything in. Now we have the ability to start making rum over here if we do the research, and I want to do a bunch of the research. So we need concrete for that, but do we have enough for any of the other stuff? We can do storage capacity, we'll do that obviously. And then when we get another 1 steel beam, we'll do the storage capacity number 2. So we will be going from 75 to 175. That is if we get that other steel beam. And this looks like we need to have beer on hand in order for us to do the research. So I am assuming we do not have enough being made in the brewery. That is correct, it seems. And is there a reason? Looks like we don't have enough water? Really? It appears so. Where would be a good place for water? Probably right here. Let's add the storages for over here while we're at it. And a well. Start at the bottom. And the storage. Most of these should be able to connect directly, and I think the wells at the bottom that are side by side might not make it in. I think they will. Like this one might have an issue. Does have an issue. This is too close. So I'm going to do a pillar right there. These should be able to go directly in there. And you should be able to connect to there and then in. And it should be enough water to do the brewery stuff now. Which means they should continue making stuff. The water's going up fast. That should mean that beer is also going up. But it's not going up quickly, so let's make a thing over here for a little factory. Storage. Storage, we need tier 1 brewery. I can see how large of an area we need. So these pillars are in the way. I can bring you all the way to here. Bring this down to here, bring you in line. And I just got the notification that a certain someone just went live, or is going to go live soon. I'm gonna get them pulled up on Twitch. Is it me? No. You should know who it is. Okay, I have her ready. We were purposely playing Masterplan Tycoon, well, really as long as I wanted, but also until we're ready for the person to raid into the person. We are going up on beer now. It looks like we may have only needed one more beer. Steel beams, for some reason we're not getting another steel beam. So if we go into our steel area, we are only making one steel beam at a time. We also need more overalls. What I think we should do is a double system here. So you come up here because you guys are tall. This comes down here. Come off of that. Right in. And you come down here. Why are you red? You should not be red. There we go. The only issue I see here is that this is red. There's a nimble in chat if anyone wants that kind of, grasshopper? Overalls. Why do we not have overalls? You are fine. You are not fine. You need beer. Are we not making beer over here? Is it time that we just start making beer here? We do bring it in. We just don't make a... Oh, wait. It's a looped system. We weren't making enough at the home. So we didn't bring enough over here. If I go back and we look at beer, is it going up at all? It is, so we should be sending more over right here. Which should mean that we're sending it to the steel mission. Means it is now getting an amount of beer. Which should mean that everything is going well. We didn't actually have to do this, but we could end up needing to do two things of steel. We are using steel for something, and we also need steel as a backlog, so I am going to put another steelworks here, which probably means we should do another furnace. Nimble escaped. Apparently can't put them there, so let's try and move it down here. I'll get these connected in. It's probably going to mean that we need more overalls over here. And they just went live. So, we're gonna wait until they're done their loading scene, and then we'll give them a few seconds before we raid in. Their music is really loud in my ears. Turn that down. I need it on because I can't tell when she switches sometimes. We are going to raid Willow, so that we can show you guys Vintage Story for those who haven't been to her streams. Or Well-Bred Grapefruit streams when he did it. You still need beer. We are going to make beer over here. I'm just going to bite the bullet. You'll let me know when she's ready. Thanks, Regas. We're going to use this. No, we're not. We're going to use the farm itself. No. I want to get rid of the green so that it has a bigger area. It looks like I'm not able to. So if I place a pillar, this should be able to get rid of the green. This gives more space for the farm to grow stuff. Get rid of that. Okay. Can't move in. Can move the mill. Can move bakery. Also can move storage. So, beer. It is a farm and a well. That's it. Okay. So this is all getting moved back out where it was. What we want is to have this here. We have water here, right? We're getting water. That's fish, that's water. Okay, we are getting water. We might need to get more water. We might have to put another well down. Let's see how much water we have here. Apparently 0 water, so we're using everything that we have. Let's put some water here. Go. Well, these wells look oddly larger than I thought they were. That might be an issue. I need more room here. I don't think I can get more in. So we'll see if 2 things of waters is better. Hopefully that gets enough here because the brewery needs water. And so does bread. They both need water. We might want to... Oh, we can put water here. I didn't even look at this. There's probably too much water. We probably don't need this amount. You there. You here. We'll put it in the farm a little bit. Hopefully not a lot. There we go. That's a little bit there. Does the red icon mean that they can't send it? I don't want to put another pillar, but I think I need to put another pillar. I'll add it here. This is all connected in. I have a feeling that when there's a red line, it can't export. Like it's overloaded. But then again, we're not requiring more water, so I think we actually caught up on water. Or it's going to. Beer is caught up, since we're making it over here now, and also exporting it over here. So we should be making steel beams. Oh, we're still waiting for overalls. What? Why? Do we just need more? We might need another thing. Oh, we have a brewery right here. We were making beer already over here. Well, no, it's over here. Doesn't matter. We have 2 things of clothes. I'm gonna move the second brewery. I'm actually gonna move all of this over here, I think. Put the bakery here, brewery right here. We're gonna grab this brewery. And disconnect it. Regus, I hear her. We're gonna wait a few seconds, get her into the game first. Okay, then we have the wool factories over here. They should actually be out of the way enough. They might not actually be far enough away. Overalls. Not cotton plantation. Cotton mill. We're gonna make this stuff somewhere else and then just feed it directly in. We might have to do a room system here soon. One workshop, so we have 2 there. Get rid of this and this for right now. Belt workshop. You over here. I can get rid of these lines. Okay, this should be able to fit here and here, which means I can get rid of this pillar, hopefully. You there, fur factory here. This can go here. Get our stuff being created. Connect them into here. Then we can move the pig farm up. We can move the sewing workshop. We can move this sewing workshop. Hopefully this can connect directly in. No, it can't. But if we move the fur factories over, that goes in, then we can move this directly into that storage because it doesn't matter what order it goes into. And then all of that should go into the overalls. Which means we should be making double the overalls, which should keep up with the steel works, hopefully. If we look at the storage. Overalls are going up. Coal is, like, non-existent. Okay, we're gonna get some more coal. We're apparently out of it. I think it's because we're shipping it to the other map. And if I put this here, I should be able to connect this into it. No, it's too far. Put this up here. Could have sworn I heard Tori meow. That there. This comes over. Let's see if we can extend this out to where this can fit into it. Oh, almost. I know this can fit in. In this now? Yes. And yes. That should mean we start getting more coal. I'm not seeing it in storage. Is there another coal thing aside from the one right here? It looks like this is the last of our coal. Oh wait, we can move the lines across each other. I forgot. So we can actually cross these. We just can't cross a line over a building. You can't really move anywhere. This can move down to here, though. Why are you red? We should be able to get coal from here if we need. Coal is definitely not being made enough, so we need to make a little bit more. Apparently I can't place it there. Okay. That there, this. This is a horrible area for coal. I want to try and connect them in like this. You can't go straight up like that, really? You can't go that way, so we're gonna have to go this way instead to get over to here. Will is talking about different things that are going on in the server. We're gonna get ready to raid out once we figure out steel. Okay, that should hopefully be enough coal. Oh no, we need more moonshine now. She's having, Regus, if you can tell her, she's having a visual glitch. Or something didn't load. It's not that somebody took the stuff. It's a visual glitch. We want to know moonshine is 0. We definitely need more moonshine. Why can't I move you anywhere? Too far away? That works. We're probably gonna need more potato and more sugarcane now. Actually, going off of the farms, the only thing we might need more of is a sheep. Now, what does this require? More beer. It's an endless loop of needing beer. There was a Miss Magius. I didn't pay attention to that. maybe we should stop sending coal out of here since we can do a charcoal thing. Oh, that's right, we can do charcoal here. What do we have to do charcoal? I guess it would be here, and then this, I guess? Tree into coal, or tree into here and then coal out. So it's only this and then two of these guys. Two storages. Because we have tree going in here, right? Tree going in the storage? That's cotton. This is what I'm talking about, but not the way that I want it. I'm gonna move this down a little bit. Over here. You are gonna go here. In there. This can't be moved anywhere. I thought it could. So, storage. Go to that. Click on the button. There we go. Straight in there, straight in here. All that just so that we can bring it out over here. Whoops, I did stuff on OBS. You guys didn't see it, that's good. Bring in here, bring it out here. So, what do we need to do this quicker? Another tree farm, maybe? Because it goes in here, and it should come out. It doesn't seem like it is coming out. And we don't have much space for another tree thing. I probably can place one in here and have it connect into this storage somehow. Especially if I go like that. So let's try and do that. Go up to there. Maybe this will be enough wood? We actually look at it now that we can see. It looks like we might actually need more than 2 farms. I really want to connect these in like this and add another farm right here. Okay, this will work. Wow, this is going to use a lot of wood, apparently. Okay, she is talking about what I made in the game. So we're going to do 2 polls while I try and finish this out. So the first poll is, do we continue this game? So on Monday we come back to it, or no, and we go into the last game. Which means we progress faster to going back to City Skylines and continuing on into our space travel. Because now that we're done all the side stories, we pretty much just have to progress in City Skylines to the point where we can start doing traveling stuff. And then after that, we are going to get a raid ready. So I said 2 poles because I got used to us doing a pole for a raid, but we're gonna raid Willow. We're fine either way. You need sausages, apparently. There's grain and water. Um... You can't go on a line. We could do it over here, probably. We go like this. Are we making enough coal now? Oh, we are making enough coal, so at some point we're going to back up on the other thing. Okay, someone said no, we're going to continue on to the last game, so we are going to figure out how to save this game, which is right there. Thanks for watching. If you'd like to catch me live, I stream on Twitch on Mondays and Wednesdays from 10 AM to 12:30 PM EST, and on Saturdays from 10 AM to 2 PM EST.